Welcome to Taiwan Talk. This week, we'll be listening to a conversation I had a few weeks ago with Cory Snyder, the manager of the Chinatrust Brothers Baseball Team. I was able to chat with him in the clubhouse before a second-half season game. The brothers will play the Uni-President Lions in a best-of-5 series starting October 20th in Tainan to see which team faces the Lamigo Monkeys in the Taiwan Series Finals. Manager Snyder, how are you doing?
Good, real good.
Okay, first question is, what has been the motivating factor for the team? How do you motivate them as the manager?
The challenge has always been, communication-wise and just culture-wise a little bit different. But, for me, it's just let them know I care about them on and off the field and just constantly working with them, let them know, my job is to help them get better every single day. And just slowly giving them certain things to do, certain things to think about, just different small little adjustments constantly. Just that'll help them think a little more and get better. And I think that's the biggest thing. And just communication and staying in touch with all of them is the key.
So I read in an interview that you gave the CPBL English website in April that you had to focus on the team's mentality, like where they are mentally. How do you think they've progressed?
I think they're learning. I think it's been good. It's a different. It's where you just coming from the States, you just kind of grow up knowing baseball instinct, kind of certain things that you just do, and they just haven't been taught, really haven't taught that too much over here. So it's just more educating them constantly on what to think about when you're at the plate, what to think about when you're on defense, what to think about when you're running, and it's just more of an education process. Is pretty much what it comes down to, is just teaching them the right way to do things and the right way to think. And I think that's probably the biggest key, is just getting them prepared in every situation mentally before it happens, instead of just reacting to everything. If you mentally prepare yourself, you've kind of run it through your mind, so you have an idea of, okay, if this happens, this is what I do, and it just becomes more of an instinct type thing instead of just a reaction thing. So that's probably been the biggest challenge.
How have you adjusted to the culture here?
It's been good. The people are great. They're very, very nice. They're outgoing. They they want to talk to you all the time. They want to do things with you. So it's been good. I think the biggest thing is just getting used to the food, the spices, the different things they put in food, is just kind of getting used to that. But kind of after you get used to it, you kind of pick and choose what you think your taste buds are going to take. But other than that, I've adjusted well. The people are great. The weather hasn't bothered me much at all. You just kind of you just know what it's going to be. So, Taiwan itself is a beautiful area. It's nice having a couple days off so you can kind of visit different places. But I feel like I've adjusted and I've enjoyed my time here so far.
Excellent. What is your opinion of the CTBC Brothers franchise?
Great organization. They do a lot of really good things, all the way from the top, the owner, Jeffrey, down to Mike. And the new GM kind of came in halfway through, Danny. I think they have a lot of good people here. They care about the organization. Yes, they want to win, but I think they care more about the character of the players and what Brothers represents on and off the field, and I think they want players accordingly. They're going to be good role models, good examples for the young players here and also the young kids that are watching us play. So, that's kind of what I like about the organization. They've kind of, let me and my coaches kind of come in and kind of mold the organization into doing it the Brothers way, which has been exciting for me. It's been fun, and it just, it's been great. They've treated me very well. I've enjoyed my time, but it's been good. Having good people here is the key. That kind of care about the image. You want to win. I get it. But when they care more about the image and what we portray as brothers on the field, that's kind of what I'm all about. So it was very nice to know that.
Okay, so it'll be a quality franchise instead of just trying to get wins.
Exactly. They want an organization that's kind of, it's the brothers, but they want to make them like the key. This is the organization. This is how it's supposed to get done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just from the kids that are growing up watching the brothers. They want to do it the right way. So that's the biggest thing for them, which is kind of what I was all about even when I played. You can do things on the field, you can play on the field, but you want to be known, as a person that gave everything he could every single day, on and off the field, and that's what this organization is all about.
What is your impression of the fans here, the CTBC Brothers fans?
The best fans in the world, in my opinion. They are unbelievable. Sometimes they're having so much fun, I'm not sure if they know if we won or lost that game. They are just, we can be up 11 runs or down 11 runs, and in the last inning, they're still up cheering as loud as they were in the first inning. So that's been unbelievable to me. Just how nice they are, enthusiastic they are. They're just out there to have fun and enjoy the game. And you're going to have your professional fans that kind of understand the game and know how it's run, know how it's done on the field. But in general, the fans have been just unbelievable. It just, when you play all over the world, you get those fair weather fans that, you know what, if we're playing good, they're going to come out. If you're not playing good, they're not going to come out. And it should be the other way around. When you're struggling, you want more fans out to help you. But either way, these fans are there every single day, and it's been a cool surprise to see how excited they are every time we play. So I've enjoyed it very much.
What's some of the differences that you see between managing the team here versus your previous jobs?
I think the biggest thing is communication. Is just them understanding exactly what I'm trying to get them to understand, to do, or how to do certain things. I had it a little bit last year. I managed in Mexico last year and won the championship there. But a lot of those players had played in the States, so they could speak both English and Spanish. So here it's kind of a little tougher. But having a good translator is the key, just so he can kind of portray what I'm trying to say in the right manner, in the right technique, in the right words. And I think that's probably been, the biggest challenge, just kind of getting through to the players exactly what I'm trying to say. And I think the key here is telling them what you would like to do, but then why you want them to do it. That's the key, is getting them to understand why they're doing things. And I'm trying to get them to take ownership of their game and just understand it's your career. You've got to take it and you've got to run with it. I can help you and I can try to motivate you, but at the end of the day, it's your career and you've got to take ownership of it if you really, really want to be good. And just getting that across to them that it's okay to think for yourself. And that's probably been, the biggest thing is it's just in this culture they've been told what to do over and over and over and over, so they don't have to think. So when you ask them to think about things, it just takes a little bit longer for that process. But when they start thinking and understanding that it's okay to do that, it's okay if you disagree with me, but let's talk about it so we both understand what we're trying to do right here. So that's probably been one of the other big challenges, getting them to understand that process and getting them to communicate back. How do you feel? What are you thinking right now? Because if you don't know those things, you don't know if they really understand what you're trying to say. So it's just taking time. It'll take this year, and I sign again for next year, so it'll take next year too. It'll take a long time for this process to happen, but I think in the long run, if it does happen, then it's just good things are going to happen in the organization. I feel it's going to be better for it.
It's kind of a very hierarchical society, or hierarchical culture. So.
I like the respect thing. I wish the States would have more of the respect thing. But I think sometimes, my opinion, they kind of take it overboard. Meaning, if I got a catcher who's older than the pitcher, he won't shake him off. Because he's older and I can't say no. So it kind of goes a little too far. I think the respect thing is great. Because I think the United States has lost that. The kids these days that are coming up have no respect for anybody or anything. They just feel like, I'm entitled to all these things. And so I think the culture of respect here is a really, really good thing. But I think when it comes to baseball, you have to, I guarantee, you can respect your elders and the older guys that have played the game, but work together. You know what I mean? Take those guys that have been around, take their knowledge, and let the young kid know, and then kind of meet somewhere in between so we work together. And if they can do that more, then I think the whole organization and the young kids will be more successful.
What are your thoughts on next season's draft, like your draft strategy?
I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. This year was really fun for me being in the draft. They make a big deal out of it, which is a great thing. It's fun for all these young players to get drafted by these 4 organizations. So it was a great process. I enjoyed it. We really focused this year on pitching, and I think we did a good job with that part of it. Next year we'll kind of see where we're at and see what we want to go after. But as of right now, I haven't really thought that far ahead, but pitching is always on your mind, because pitching, in my opinion, is the number one thing in baseball. It just, a good pitching staff can shut down a good hitting team, and it's just understanding that process. So it's always good to look for those pitchers, but you want to look for the best athlete, as you never know where he's going to fit in the organization. But if you can find good athletes that maybe play infield, outfield, you can find a place for them. So I feel like we did that this year. I feel like we got the best athlete in the draft. So we'll kind of see how this season goes and see how it maps out in next year, and then put a strategy up for our draft next year. But it'll be fun either way.
And last question, what is your expectation for the rest of the season?
I think we got a real good chance of making the playoffs. It's going to take a little bit of luck on, with a few other teams. The Monkeys got to win this, win the second half, and then we be able to get in there. We've had our ups and downs. We've had a lot of injuries this year, so it's just kind of fighting through that process. When I started the season, as to right now, my 4, number 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters are not in the lineup, and they haven't been in the lineup for a month and a half. We just kind of have to battle through that. And, other veterans and rookies have been stepping up and kind of taking that role. But I feel like we've got a good chance. I think the atmosphere is good right now. I think it's positive. I think we're working hard every single day. It's kind of fun to have the rookies come in and bring that enthusiasm, that excitement of being up here, and it just kind of motivates and kind of fuels our team right now. We just got to put a push through it and do what we can every day to win every game. That's all we really can control, and if we're supposed to get in, we'll get in. So we'll see how it plays out in the next couple of weeks here.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Again, the playoff series between the Chinatrust Brothers and the Uni-President Lions starts October 20th. Check it out if you can. I've been to a few games and I thoroughly enjoyed them, as much as I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with manager Snyder. Thanks for listening to this week's Taiwan Talk. I'm Alex Lewis.